Hello, friends. How are you today? I'm so excited to be here with you and to talk about the Schumann resonance, about energy, and about your human energy, and how we can learn to understand ourselves, our energy better, so that we can achieve what we want for ourselves in our lives, so that we can align with our highest outcomes and make conscious choices and maybe even enjoy life and experience life more fully than we already do now. So, whoa, what is going on in the chart? Now, I thought I could get this video out yesterday afternoon, but I ended up writing 3 articles yesterday, so here it is this morning. I do have a new article, a few new articles on my Substack. If you want to look at the charts yourself and be able to expand them and look at the details, that's one of the reasons why I now have this Substack newsletter. So if you just go under Susan Inspired on Substack, or there's a link below, you'll find it. And what you can do is you can click on these individual charts yourself and then expand them and read the details and take as much time as you want. And I was really looking for something where I could use the platform for this kind of thing, where I don't have to worry about is it going to be around? Are they going to let me do that? Or, at some point, is there going to be some change I can't anticipate? So that's why I'm really super grateful to have this platform. And you can see here that I've actually, I updated all of the articles from the time when I was going through something recently. So this article in particular seems to be popular since I've put it up. I guess it was not even 2 days ago, but shocks reveal the secrets we need to know to understand the true value in life. But anyway, I have a lot of detail here, including current chart images. And if you're a paid subscriber, I did a preview of the energies of the new moon in Pisces through story. And the idea being, same with the Schumann resonance, same thing I've communicated here, that I'm trying to teach how to find resonance points so that you can activate your inner guidance. And it takes an inner discernment to do that. And as you practice it, you're going to become better and better with this way of working with energy for yourself. And this way of working with energy that I describe at the beginning of this article, also, it helps you access your subconscious mind in the current moment. Accessing the subconscious mind, it's not something that can be done very easily with words, and our emotions can give us a clue. Okay, even words can give us a clue. What I talk about when I work with people is that I look for the codes. So what I've found is that when I'm working with someone, because I approach all of my work from the standpoint of understanding what I call interdimensional physics, but the physics of, it's a quantum mechanics understanding. But it's an understanding of how non-physical energy works as well as physical energy. So I bring this basic understanding, okay? And through working with this over, it's at least, I'm going into my 11th year now. But what I see now is patterns, and then I see codes in the language based on this. So when someone speaks, I see those codes, and what those codes are, in my view, it's like art. It's like an expression of the subconscious. So let's take it back to Schumann resonance. And if you like this video, can you please like, subscribe, and please share it? That would be absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. My most active social media right now is this YouTube, which I love. I love YouTube. But I have opened a Rumble account, and you can find me there at Susan Inspired. I'm going to launch that with the new moon on March 2nd, next week. I'm on Twitter still. I'm signed up for Truth Social. If you're on Truth Social and you actually got an account open already, you can, look for me there. Please connect with me there once everything's going there. And I'm on Telegram. So those are my most active right now, even though I am on a couple of other platforms besides that, but that's where I really am going to be focusing my energies. So let's talk about the Schumann resonance. This idea of communication from the subconscious mind is something that I address a lot in terms of engaging with the images on the chart, the energies of the chart, and an intuitive communication. What is an intuitive reading of the chart? Well, essentially, what I'm doing is I'm allowing, from my own subconscious, I'm connecting with what I see as a subconscious expression of humanity here on the chart. Because we're not conscious that we might be emitting energy. We're not conscious that as a group we might be emitting energy. And this is something that it came up, I think, really, really powerfully for people with the isolating lockdowns that we all experienced. Now, here in California, it went on for way longer, and and there's still restrictions. I don't want to go into it. But anyway, I remember finally, being able to get together with a group of people, and it was incredible. It's like all of our energy fields were just shimmering from the experience of finally being able to be in physical proximity with other human beings. And at that event, I was talking with a girlfriend of mine I call her a star girl, another star girl. If you're a star girl or guy, you know what I mean. It's kind of like when I meet someone who I call a star person, in human form, I can sense geometries in their field. I can sense this, almost like these beautiful lace patterns. It's just, anyway, I don't, invade other people's energy fields, But if someone's just in front of me, right, it's like if they're in front of me and they're wearing a blue shirt, I can see it's blue. It's the same thing with the energy field, I look at it as each person is in like a fishbowl, that fishbowl with a hard wall, right? When you look at a fish in a fishbowl, you can see through the fishbowl and you can see, oh, there's a goldfish. It's, bright gold. It's, it's got a little castle. It's got green stones, right? So you can see the basics, You don't know all the detail. You don't know what the fish is doing, how it got there, how it's feeling. I don't know all that stuff. But if someone just presents in front of me with a blue shirt, I know they have a blue shirt, right? Unless unless there's a perception issue with color, what color shirt they're wearing, right? And then even so, you can see with your eyes visually, oh, that person has brown hair, or blue hair, or whatever kind of hair it is. So let's see here. So I perceive, all I have to do is just be outside, and I'm outside the field, but I can just perceive like someone's wearing a blue shirt. Oh, there's all this like expanded energy and patterns. Now, some people hide it, and that's okay. I don't want to, I want to be respectful of others' energy. And when you develop energy skills, this is, and if you have psychic skills or perceptive skills, this is in my view, it's something important to learn, but that was something I chose to learn and live with that principle of respect of others' fields, right? Because people don't know that you can see into their field or not, right? So what I do is now I feel like it's getting kind of personal, but it's not that I turn it off. I have it's a self-training, right? It's like a type of, it's like the same energy where you teach yourself discernment, Okay. I teach myself to respect another's field. Now, does that mean that if there's something hidden and dangerous that I can't see it? No, because my subconscious is going to let me know, because in alignment with the highest good. And if it's in the highest good for me to know something or see something, I will. And it's the same thing. People who don't even know they're skilled at energy, right? They will perceive, they'll have a hit about something. Like they'll be like, oh, I think this person's something. Like, I think I need to not go down that street. I think I need to, I didn't mean to turn this way, but I just feel like this is the way I should go. I'm talking about that kind of information. Now, let's talk about the chart. Okay, so we had this incredible wave of energy on the chart yesterday. Now, is the news ridiculously dramatic right now? And I don't want to, by saying ridiculously, I don't want to diminish that. There may be people who are, their people's lives are being disrupted. There may be people who have died. I just don't know. And it's because I don't know what the truth is. Okay. So I just don't know. Okay. I see some headlines, but at this point, I think we have to consider that nothing that we read on the major media, we just don't know if it's true or not. So I just don't make any, I don't want to engage. And I did a whole article on this. It's my Substack article on this process, Learn to Create the Future You Desire. It's a really awesome article. It's short, it's concise, and I go through, right, the steps. And I also explain how to not contribute your energy to creating something like war. Okay, I do not consent, and I explain, I explain that process and how to claim back your human energy, and not allow it to be used for unconscious creations by others, whether they're the forces of darkness or your next door neighbor. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm going to show you the chart, what I wrote yesterday on the charts. So what I said was, I know the news seems bad, but the chart energy does not reflect that in my view. Okay, they look positive to me, and it looks to me like a vision of a better future. Why do I say that? First of all, you have had this incredible warping in the field, okay, since February 11th, and it was even a few days before that the warp pattern started, okay? There was like a flexing before that. Excuse me, but the lines that actually seemed warped, which sometimes occurred once a day, sometimes there was a pause. Okay, like where literally it looks like this line is going up and this one is like from down is going up. And then this is the first time, okay, on the day with this white resonance that we saw this in the high Hertz, because this is in the high 30s here. The Hertz range for the chart is from 0, up at the top here is 0 for some reason, and then 40 is the line, the white line down here. So usually that has occurred up at the top. Let me see if it's on this chart. No, it's not. Let me see. Let's see if it's on the 19th. That was a technological effect. 20, yeah, there it is. See, warping, flexing in the chart. And I did address this on recent videos, but I'm thinking about doing a video on it. I don't know if I'll have time. See here, look at that. That's incredible. Look at that, right before this major move. Now, it's really interesting because it did seem to coincide also somewhat with the Pluto return of the USA, which was actually right here on the 20th, right here on the chart. Okay, so whoa, it's like the Matrix went whoa, like on the Matrix movie where it kind of warps and flexes, it attempts, it resets. But what if it couldn't reset? Let's go back to today's chart. Go back to yesterday's chart. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. This fascinating image happened on the chart here. And that was this. Oh my goodness. Did you guys see this? I mean, look at it. It looks like a bug, right? Actually, doesn't it kind of look like the bug they put in Neo in the movie? Like, it has the body and the long tail, like with the little bumps on it. And well, you can't really see a lot of legs here, but there's some lines where maybe legs could come off of it. And here's like the body of it. Here would be the head. And you could just imagine, even with the energies, the way that it is here, like it's squiggling and its tail moving behind it in chaotic fashion. Well, it looks to me like the bug escaped from this zone. Now, you see this, look at this. This kind of energy, it just doesn't show on the chart. Doesn't it almost look like it looks, see how there's almost like a face here hidden behind these vertical lines. It's like something was hiding. I don't know if it was in plain sight, but it was in some kind of home. And I use the word home loosely, like it was in some place, okay, where it felt safe and comfortable and it could hide behind the scenes. Look, there. It's peeking out a little bit, okay? But see how it almost has, there's almost the shape of a head back here. And this purple energy, now does purple, do I usually associate that with holiness and sacredness and the divine energies? Yes. And who's to say that the forces of darkness don't serve divinity? Because they do. All of creation, right, is of the Creator. Anyway, it looks to me like there was some kind of event, right, where there was a shaking here that began to free this bug out of this safety of its nest or home or whatever it was. And boom, there it is. Now it shows. Now we can see it. And look, here's some of the material of the home, but it's separated kind of from, is the bug chasing it? Like, how does it get safe again? It's been seen. What does that mean? Okay. Oh, look. It looks to me like it means there's the presentation of a potential alternate future. And this alternate, look how this is just literally like it's just pasted on top. Let me show you, right? It's like it's just, oh yeah, here we are. We're just going along, right? We're just going along. We get this bug, this parasite, stuff's happening. It's ridiculous and disastrous, and boom. How about if we do this future instead? Okay, how about if we do this instead? This is a future where, look, the levels of Hertz are lit up to 20, right? And 20, this is the mid-beta brainwaves, because the range of Hertz on the Schumann resonance correlates exactly with the range of Hertz of human brainwaves. Interesting. So basically, okay, you have from close to 0 to... This line here is 8. I'm just eyeballing it. So you've got about 10 right here, then probably to about 13, 14. This line here might be maybe around 16. This is 20 Hertz here. Okay. And then you see this really lit up here. This is in the low beta brainwaves. Okay. Because alpha is kind of between here and here. And then look at the green, right? So this is like the human energy. I just feel like we're claiming back. No, you can't have our energy, okay? You have our energy manipulated in some kind of structure here. To me, it almost looks like a skyscraper, right? It looks like those pencil skyscrapers. I'll just show you. I really want to make this picture. Hold on. Okay, because this is what I see. And this isn't the first pencil skyscraper. There's a couple others. Shoot, I'm running out of battery, so I got to quickly do this. Okay, do you see how 1, 2, 3, it's like here's the face of the skyscraper, here's the side of the building. It looks like a pencil one like they have in New York City now. And you see here the same thing, but it's facing the other way, right? Here you have the wall. So it's like what happened was the light was brought to this structure, right? Well, you see how the light just lights up these fine areas. Doesn't this look like a bunny rabbit? Look, here's the rabbit ears, here's the eyes, nose, here's the mouth. We have seen the white rabbit on the chart before, but I don't want to go into that right now. Okay, so this area of the white rabbit, maybe that's what this was. It was hiding within something related to that. Okay, so here you have this other pencil sky. It was faced to the left. That's the past in the chart and the shadow aspects. Okay, you can't see anything in here, right? There's just little dot. All right. Oh, wait. Does it look like there's something? Here's a head. Here's part of a body. It's almost like it's poking out so that you can't quite see it. You know, like when you just look around the corner just with your head, right? And you're like, ooh, they don't see me, but I see them. Well, somehow the light of transparency revealed what was in here in such a dramatic way that it had to flee. And now it's just running around. Okay, so there are energetic practices that you can do to capture this. You really need to be, okay, well, here's how to do it safely. In prayer, you ask God to remove it. And I would say in alignment with the highest good, you can ask God to wrap it, because in the Bible it talks about binding. The angels bind various entities. So you can ask God to have his angels of the highest light bind it. Archangel Michael, the angel of security and protection and divine will, to bind this and remove it from earth and from humanity in alignment with the highest good and divine will for earth and humanity. Yeah, that's a way to do it safely without incurring any karma. And in terms of energy work, you can simply translate it to that. In a meditative space, you can meditate on this concept, but don't call it to you without protection. You just really, have to be careful with that. And we do see that the astral on today, Saturday's chart, is raised up in quality. So, some of this type of stuff can be running around in the astral. It's been seen. Okay, it's running around looking for a new home. So the way to protect yourself is to claim your own body and energy field, okay? Claim it for your own soul, okay? Anything that's not of my soul has to leave. It's simply that simple. It's more complex than that, but you want to use the wording that aligns, that resonates for you. So I'm just giving some suggestions, but activate your inner guidance. And you can do that. And there's no need to be fearful, because fear actually attracts this. What this cannot deal with is light. And, prior to 2012, all the light workers were all hiding because, they were hiding from the forces of darkness. Anyway, it's a long story. If you lived through it, you know what I mean. But it's not that way anymore from my perspective, okay? You do what resonates with you, but from my perspective now, the protection is to shine the light. Because if a parasitic entity, if an entity in the non-physical approaches your energy field and your light is shining, it has to convince you to fear or to get very angry to be able to connect with you. So that's why when other people attempt to engage with you in ways that cause fear and anger in you, that's a sign that there's a parasitic entity potentially in them. Now, are they really maybe angry at you? Sure. Yes. You have to assess the situation. Okay. But I'm talking about long-term, dramatic. You'll understand, if you use your discernment about these things. But if you shine your light, okay, what happens is that this risks being transformed by the light emanating out of you. Why? It's not that you're doing something to it. Okay, if you just shine your light, and even if you're just minding your own business, shining your light, energy, it's physics. Energy in motion is always in motion. It's going to be shining. It's going to go out into the greater beyond. Okay. And so if this is attempting to approach you and your light is shining and it can't get you to go to fear or anger, then it has two choices. It can transform in the light. It can be seen in the light. Actually, here's another choice. Or it can leave. It can leave. All right, so it looks like here's the shine the light reality. Okay, so here's the alternate future. In the alternate future, we choose to do that within ourselves. When we do this, the parasite doesn't matter. Why? because we're claiming our own authority. Okay, my actions doesn't depend on what this does. My actions depend on God's inner guidance for me, potentially. Okay, and in my case, that is what I ask for in my life. That is my intention. But you see, now once you're like this, once you're choosing to bring the light of awareness to everything, and see, look here. I mean, this is. We have engagement all the way through all the brainwave hertz. Okay, we're lighted up here. Okay. And really, can our brains operate at higher levels than this? There are Schumann resonances above 40. There's at least 2, okay? And up in the 50 hertz range, 60 hertz. You can look it up. You can look that up. Anyway, so that's my question. Can our brains operate? Are there Schumann resonances there? Because our brains actually can operate there. I mean, already science can't explain why we can generate gamma waves. So I talked about this in my talk that I gave. It was so awesome. Thanks to everyone who was there. Okay, so, this is what I wanted to say. Why have I spent so much time talking about the personal in talking about this chart today? Here's why. Because you see, everybody talks about the new age. It's all the planets have moved through Aquarius except for Pluto. And so as Pluto enters Aquarius, I think it's 2024 to 26, it touches Aquarius and then it retrogrades and touches and retrogrades and touches and retrogrades. I think it's after 2026-ish that it then is in Aquarius. And bam, that's the last planet. The new age is launched, okay? The future is here. All right, here's the deal, okay? Everybody's focused on unity. We're all one. Woohoo! Love each other. This is so easy to get into platitudes with this, right? It's so easy to get into virtue signaling. The flip side of Aquarius is Leo, the individual, the sign of the lion, the sun, the sign of the soul, right? In the human form, the individual. The age of Aquarius, right? Is it about the collective? Yes. But each person in the collective contributes by being the truth of who they are or not. And that's why in the future and in the now moment, you are so important and your personal choices matter.